Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my third video on this topic solid state. In the first video we have studied about the solid state and the general characteristics of the solid. In the second video we have studied about the types of solid, that is the crystalline solid and amorphous solid, and the difference between the crystalline solid and amorphous solid. Now in this video we are going to focus on the crystalline solid. Especially we are focusing on crystalline solid because most of the substances around us are crystalline in nature. That's why we are focusing especially on the crystalline solid in this chapter. Now the crystalline solid is divided into four groups on the basis of presence of intermolecular forces in them. The four categories of the crystalline solid are molecular solid, ionic solid, metallic solid, and covalent solid. On the basis of intermolecular forces of attraction, on the basis of this intermolecular forces of attraction or the binding force, the crystalline solids are divided into four subcategories. Now we are going to study deeply one by one. Number one is molecular solid. As the name suggests, this is the molecular solid, the solid in which the constant particles are molecules are called molecular solid. Molecular solid means the constituent particles are molecules. Now this molecular solid is further divided into three categories: non-polar molecular solid, polar molecular solid, and hydrogen bonded molecular solid. In this non-polar molecular solid, there is asymmetrical distribution of electron. That is, there is no abundance of charge on either side. Opposite charges cancel each other, so there is a asymmetrical distribution of electrons. There is the ends are non-polar in nature. There is no polarity. And the constituent particles of this type of molecular solid are held by weak dispersion forces or van der Waals forces. You have studied these forces in class 11th also. For example, hydrogen molecule, chlorine, iodine, oxygen, helium, argon, etc. They are soft and non-conductors of electricity. Non-polar molecules are soft and they are insulators. They do not conduct electricity. They are usually liquid or gases at room temperature, and they have low melting and boiling point. Now second is polar molecules. Polar molecules means one side is negatively charged and other side is positively charged. Comprised of atoms or molecules held together by a strong dipole. Means in non-polar molecules there is a dispersion forces, and in polar molecule there is a dipole interactions. For example, ammonia, HCl, SO2. Here is an example of HCl. Hydrogen, there is a partial positive charge, and on the chlorine there is a partially negative charge. So the molecule is polar in nature. They are also soft and non-conductors of electricity. Melting points are higher than non-polar solid, but still relatively low. Polar molecules के भी melting point and boiling point low होते हैं, but if we compare it from the non-polar molecules, it is higher. The melting and boiling points are higher than non-polar molecules. बट स्टिल रिलेटिवली लो। नॉन पोलर से अगर हम कंपेयर करें तो पोलर मॉलिक्यूल के मेल्टिंग एंड बॉइलिंग पॉइंट हाइयर होते हैं। ओके, दे आर जनरली गैसेस एंड लिक्विड अंडर रूम टेम्परेचर एंड pressure. For example, solid SO2, solid NH3. Third one is hydrogen bonded molecular solid. In this solid, the intermolecular forces are strong hydrogen bonds. Okay, in this solid, the force of attraction is hydrogen bonds. For example, water is a very good example of hydrogen bonding. The molecules are held together by the hydrogen bond. And they are volatile liquids and soft solid at room temperature. Volatile liquid. Okay, they are volatile liquid and soft solid at room temperature. Melting points are higher than non-polar and polar molecular ions. Okay, हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डेड मॉलिक्यूलर सॉलिड के मेल्टिंग पॉइंट तो पोलर एंड नॉन पोलर मॉलिक्यूलर सॉलिड से भी ज़्यादा होते हैं। ओके, ज़्यादा क्यों होते हैं? बिकॉज दे हैव स्ट्रॉन्ग हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स, दैट इज़ वाई देयर मेल्टिंग एंड बॉइलिंग पॉइंट्स आर हाइयर. They are non-conductors of electricity. Okay, now this is the whole molecular solid. Second is ionic solid. As the name suggests, ionic, ions. Okay, the constituent particles are ions. Ions means anions and cations. Anions means negative charge and cations means positive charge. Okay, they are held by the strong electrostatic force of attraction. You also know about the force of attraction between a positive end and a negative end. There is a very strong force of attraction, that is the electrostatic force of attraction. Okay, and that is why their melting and boiling points are very high, because of the presence of this strong electrostatic force of attraction. Okay, they are insulator in solid state. They do not conduct electricity in solid state, but when they are dissolved in water, they conduct electricity. Means ionic solids are insulator in solid state, but in molten state they conduct electricity. For example, NaCl, Na plus, Cl minus, K plus, Cl minus, 2 plus, 2 minus, 2 plus, 2 minus. ठीक, okay, these are ions. These are the example of ionic solid. They are hard and brittle in nature. You have already studied about the brittle nature. Okay, now the third is metallic solid. As the name suggests, it is metallic solid. The constituent particles are metal atoms which have metal electrons to be given or lost. Keep in mind, the constituent particles are metal atoms. Okay, metal atoms होते हैं constituent particles which have metal electrons to given or lost. Therefore, I think there is some mistake. Constituent particles are metal atoms which have valence electron. Here's a valence electrons. Okay, the constituent particles are metal atoms which have valence electron to be given or lost. सभी को पता है मेटल्स के पास अपने मेटल एटम्स के पास जो वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होते हैं, ठीक है, दे हैव एबिलिटी टू लॉस्ट, देयरफॉर एंडिंग अप बीइंग पॉजिटिवली चार्ज. कोई मेटल एटम अपने इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट करता है, डोनेट करने पर उसके ऊपर पॉजिटिव चार्ज आता है. ओके, फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल एक आयरन एटम है, उसने अपने 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट कर दिए, तो उसके ऊपर क्या आता है? Fe2+. 2 चार्ज आता है पॉजिटिव, उसने 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स लूज कर दिए. These positively charged ions are surrounded by sea of electrons spread all through the crystals and can move easily. Sorry. Okay. These positively charged ions are surrounded by sea of electrons spread all through the crystal and can move easily. Means अगर हम बात करें कि एक क्रिस्टल है, आयरन का ही ले लेते हैं, Fe2 प्लस Fe2 प्लस Fe2 प्लस Fe2 प्लस Fe2 प्लस. ओके, अब जो इलेक्ट्रॉन इसने डोनेट किया होगा वो इसी क्रिस्टल के अंदर है. इलेक्ट्रॉन्स 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 टू इलेक्ट्रॉन्स टू इलेक्ट्रॉन्स टू इलेक्ट्रॉन्स यहीं पे मूव कर रहे हैं. ओके, सराउंडेड बाय सी ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. ओके, सो and can move easily. They are moving throughout the crystal. These electrons are free to move inside this crystal, and these free moving electrons are responsive for electrical conductivity of these solids. Okay, metallic solids are good conductor of electricity. And why? Because of this free moving electrons. These electrons are free or mobile electrons. Okay, the attractive force between positively charged ions and a sea of electron is the cause of formation of metallic bond, and the force of attraction between the positive end and the negative end is the result of the formation of this metallic bond. Okay, they have high melting and boiling point. Obviously high melting and boiling point because of presence of strong bond between the metal cation and this electron. Okay, few more properties of metals are also their metals are luxure, impart color. Why they impart color? They impart color because of the presence of these electrons, free electrons, malleable, and they are ductile. Luxure means the metals are shining in nature. Impart color, color show करते हैं. Malleable means the metals are beaten into sheet. Ductile means they are beaten into wire. Okay, the fourth is the covalent solid or the network solid. In this covalent solid, the constituent particles are non-metals, are held to each other by the covalent bonds. Covalent solid में generally the constituent particles होते हैं, they are non-metals. The constituent particles are non-metals and they are held by covalent bonds. A network of interconnecting covalent bonds throughout the crystal lead to the formation of the giant molecules. Okay, there are so many covalent bonds in the crystal, and this lead to the formation of giant molecules. So keep in mind, covalent solid, the constituent particles are non-metals, they are held each other by covalent bonds, and a network of interconnecting molecular solid throughout the crystal which lead to the formation of a giant molecule. They have high melting and boiling point. They are generally insulators because they are non-metals, so they generally are insulated. They do not conduct electricity. They are generally insulator except graphite. Graphite is a form of a carbon, and carbon is a non-metal, and non-metals are insulator, but this graphite is a good conductor of electricity. यहाँ से क्वेश्चन पुट अप हो सकता है कि वाई ग्रेफाइट इज़ अ गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक, इट इज़ अ नॉन मेटल and non-metals are insulator. Then why graphite conduct electricity? Graphite conduct electricity because of its structure. अभी हम आगे पढ़ते हैं. They are insulator except graphite, which is a good conductor of electricity. This property is due to its typical structure. क्या है structure? In the graphite, the carbon atoms are arranged in different layers. Okay. ग्रेफाइट के स्ट्रक्चर में कार्बन एटम्स डिफरेंट लेयर्स में अरेंज होते हैं और हर एक एटम कोवेलेंटली बॉन्डेड होता है 3 ऑफ इट्स नेबरिंग एटम. ओके, हर एक एटम अपने 3 एटम से कोवेलेंटली बॉन्डेड होता है विद इन द सेम लेयर. ओके, एंड द 4th इलेक्ट्रॉन ऑफ ईच एटम, हर एक एटम का 4th इलेक्ट्रॉन इज इन डिफरेंट लेयर्स is free to move. Okay, कार्बन के 4 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होते हैं and they are supposed to bind with the 4 other atoms, but here 3 of its neighboring atom, each atom is covalent. हर एक एटम कोवेलेंटली बॉन्डेड है अपने नेबरिंग 3 एटम से, तो एक फ्री रह गया. दिस 4th free electron in the different layer is free to move, and this free and mobile electrons are responsible to conduct electricity in the graphite. Simply, graphite is a good conductor of electricity because of the presence of free and mobile electrons, or you can also say that it is good conductor of electricity because of its typical structure, and you have to explain all these things. Okay, the last point is soft solid and good solid lubricant. Okay, ग्रेफाइट की ही बात हो रही है यहाँ पर. ग्रेफाइट जो होता है वो आपका एक सॉफ्ट सॉलिड है. जनरली नॉन मेटल्स आपके हार्ड है, ये आपका सॉफ्ट सॉलिड है एंड इट इज़ अ गुड लुब्रिकेंट बिकॉज ऑफ डिफरेंट लेयर्स. अब ग्रेफाइट का स्ट्रक्चर देखेंगे तो ग्रेफाइट जो है वो डिफरेंट लेयर्स में होता है एंड दीज लेयर कैन स्लाइड ओवर वन अनदर. दिस मेक्स द ग्रेफाइट सॉफ्ट सॉलिड. ओके, this marks the end of this video. In the next video I will give you the difference between the metallic solid, ionic solid, covalent solid and molecular solid. Okay, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.